Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a quick flip through of these little mini junk journals. As is pretty much always the case with me and my projects, these took a lot longer than I had hoped or expected. I did make a fourth one after my last video, so there's that. But yeah, I made these. I had a couple of previous videos of my process, but each of these was made from an end panel of a box. The little sides that kind of flip in and tuck in. When you take those out and cut them, they make these perfect little mini journal covers. So I'll just go through each one how I made them. I went in this order here. So this was the first one I made. I took that, it's the same width, but I cut it shorter. And this, I try to do neutrals in all of them except for the last one. The last one has a little bit of color. Well, they all have a little bit of color, but anyways, I use this really pretty green and like dark gray polka dot ribbon for the closure for this tiny little mini one. Make sure I'm in frame. And I just did a lot of layering and collaging for the covers. So this one has just this mesh piece. This is from a larger, let me see if I can find it real quick. This was a scarf that I had purchased at a thrift store and I cut it apart. And so I just used the end, this bottom piece with the polka dots. And then I wrapped that around, and underneath I put just a book page. And then back here, I did this really pretty gold polka dot tissue paper and put a little floral sticker on there. And the front of this one has this little kind of tuck spot. Let me see, I think I have some in here. I was just mass making a bunch of these. And so they're just little tags that have an accompanying, oh, it's this side, little pouch or tuck spot. And so some I clip and some I glue on. So anyways, I glued this one on for the front cover, and it has this little journaling tag inside. Because I felt like this was a little bit more plain than the other ones, I did put some lace on the inside cover. And then I just put some more kind of flower trim, and I tucked this tiny little journaling card in there with a little bee stamp. Now, each of these mini junk journals have single signatures, and they range from anywhere from 8 to 12 pages in their each signature, and they are mostly, well, they're all scraps, but some are kind of recycled packaging. That's some cardstock, and yeah, it's just a variety of papers. This was, oh yeah, Amazon packaging. This is from an old toy catalog. The middle signature of this book has this really fun, I think, you know, I get a lot of credit requests, or, you know, gosh, I can't even think. A lot of, you know, just offers. There we go. And there's one like for debt relief, and they come in these perforated envelopes. But what I love about them is the backside are these really, I think they're pretty. They usually come in as this kind of greenish color or orange. So anyways, I took the back off and I used that as my middle signature. And I have a couple of, I haven't sewn the signature together. It's just stuck to the journal cover with elastic. But just made a couple of little simple tags. Oh, this one has tea-dyed paper on the back. Maybe it's coffee-dyed. I don't know. I do both. I don't think I got that. I did not. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So that, oh yeah, and then the back I used this vintage, it's material, I can't remember what it's from, but it's really pretty. And another little tag. So that's the first one that I made. The second one I made, I kept it a little bit taller, and I used some lace off on the cardboard. Then I just collaged some papers that I had stamped on, and this little tag that I made. This is also a stamp. I used just a material scrap for the spine, some ribbon, some lace for the closure, and the back has more of the paper that I stamped. And then I made a little spine dangle with the floss that I used to sew. So each one is bound differently. This one has the elastic. This one, the signature is sewn directly into the cardboard cover. This one I poked holes and then put ribbon through, and this one I just used twine to tie it on. So the inside of both covers I used this ribbon. So I made a belly band here with the little journaling card. Again, just a variety of papers. This is a page from that toy catalog, and so you can see here I did the three hole pamphlet stitch, left the string a little bit long, and made the spine dangles that way. And then back here I used the same ribbon to make a horizontal belly band, and this is just a tiny little notepad that I made with some cardstock. Just put some of that lace that I was showing you just now with the little polka dots. And yeah, it just has a few pieces of scrap paper, and it slides right in. So that is the second one. The third one I made, I think this is even a little taller. Yeah, so this is the actual height. Well, I guess in the box it would be the width, but anyways, for the journals, this is the height of the cardboard piece that I cut off of the boxes. All these two both I kept the right height, but those two I cut down a little bit. So this is the same ribbon that I used for the belly bands in my second journal. It's just the tie closure. Again, some collaging. I've got book page, and then this lace, which is the one I just showed you. This here from the scarf. And then I just collaged some pages on top of each other and added a little paper flower with a brad. And then once I put the brad through, then I was able to cover the inside cover with this cardstock. And there is a tall tag from the same cardstock. Oh, I did put some, I should round these corners, but I put some coffee dyed paper back there. This is like the tightest squeeze, it barely fits. The back has the lace just wrapped around, and then I fussy cut a flower from the same piece of paper that I used for this inside. The back I used just some old ribbon and some lace. Then I made a journaling card right there. I think that, yeah, this is a lot of the same kind of paper, just scraps of a variety of pages. And so this is the one I mentioned. I poked holes through the pages and the cover and just threaded some ribbon. And it was a painful, when I really recorded myself doing this one, that was an excruciating point of the video. All right, the last one. Now this one I made off camera after I made those. I originally just made the base covers, and then I wanted to, embellish the inside covers. I am going to eventually add more ephemera to the actual journal pages, but right now I just wanted to get the 4 covers completely done. So this one, I did a little different, a little more simple, with some color. So I have these flower cutouts that I purchased a long time ago and I never ever use them. So I thought I would use one here. So I've got some vintage music sheet down on the bottom. And then this is actually a little cutout from this cardstock paper. Oh, see, it's that right there. So I cut that off and just put it down there. Use some of the ribbon that I also used in the back of this one. I wrapped it around a little bit, the same vintage music sheet, and then I just stenciled a rose on the back to, you know, to go complement this. Just added a tiny little flower there. And this journal has all recycled packaging. So both inside covers have this ribbon. That doesn't, I think I'm going to put some cloth or something down the spine on this one, but yeah, I have this ribbon here, and then just very simple journaling tags from different cardstock paper. But I picked these two because they really complement the floral image on the front. I hope there's not a lot of glare on this because it is very glossy, but anyways. So like I mentioned, this is all recycled packaging, and what I did was I just used these two colors of twine because I kind of felt like, wait, no, I used these two. Where'd the other one go? Here it is. Some oranges and yellows, and I just tied the signature to the cover, and that is it. So I embarked on these little mini journals because I was taking a break from my larger junk journal projects that I've been working on, because I thought these would be quick and easy. I mean, they were very easy, but not so quick because, I don't know, I just get busy, I get distracted, you know, just a busy mom. So working mom, actually. But anyways, I have them finished and I love them. I think they're super cute. I'm not sure if I'll put them in my Etsy shop or not. Maybe sell a couple together as like a little bundle or something. But anyways, my next video I really want to do, I might even do that later today, is I have a nice big dollar store haul, and I'm going to use some of what I purchased from the Dollar Tree to make another little journal. So I'm just going off on all kinds of tangents right now, but it's summer, so I'm gonna go with it. Anyways, I appreciate you being here, and have a wonderful rest of your day.